My name is Ulrike Schwinn, and I will explain you log-free reservations in this short video here. As you know, Oracle Database 23i is the next long-term support release for the database, and we have more than 300 features, and one of them is log-free reservations. Actually, it's one of three other, or in total, three features concerning transactions, next generation transaction technology in 23i. Perhaps you have already seen the short video about priority transaction. It's for prioritized transactions based on their importance. In this video, I will explain log-free reservations. In short, it eliminates hotspots and frequently updated data. And there's also something for stateless apps, value-based concurrency control with an e-tag and JSON data, or even also you can use it in SQL. We will show this in another short video. So why log-free reservations? A very simple scenario. If you update a value of a row, all other updates to that row are blocked until the transaction is committed. That's clear, I think. For many business applications, blocking concurrent accesses to hot data can really impact performance, reduce user experience, and throughput. So that means hotspots is a problem. Hotspots are created when many concurrent sessions modify a small number of rows, or long-running transaction holds locks, or transactions requiring user interactions. So traditional locking on hot rows leads to bottlenecks, lock waits, and deadlocks. And what about log-free reservations? It's an in-database native infrastructure. That means there's nothing to install. You can use it with a special syntax we will see. And it allows transaction to concurrently add and subtract information from the same rows without blocking each other. Now let's show an example with a create table. You can also use an alter table. The key point here is the keyword reservable. In our column quantity here, we add reservable and an optional constraint so that the value stays positive here. And when we create this table, in addition, there will be a second table created, a second object created. It's for all the reservations that will happen with updates. So it's a tracking table, and it has a name sys_reserve journal and then an object number. Let's insert some rows here with 23i syntax, meaning with a multi-value insert, and commit this information. You can find the whole example behind this QR code here. There's a blog post describing one example concerning this one here. So the journal table has columns. We will see in the next examples. There will be no lock on the base table, and so let's give the first example here. So when we check out our inventory table, we can see that the quantity is still 100. What is not possible, it's an update like this, because you need to add or subtract values. So you will get a mistake here. That's not possible, the first update, but the second update is also not possible. Why? Because we violate the constraint. We cannot subtract 110. So in the next two examples, we subtract 10 and 20, and of course, this will be successful. If we check out our journal table, we will also see these entries. There are two rows here indicating that there are two updates. But keep in mind, if you query your table, you will still see the old value, because the update will be done at a commit time. There are more limitations. Please check out the documentation. For example, the tables must have primary key is one other limitation or a rule that you should keep into your mind. Now with two transactions, remember we have quantity 100 in the first transaction. We subtract 50. So in the second transaction, we see 100. It's not committed, the first transaction, so we see this value. We'll add 20. If we check our journal table, we will see our entries. So we will see one entry, and we will see that we have added 20 as a value here. We will commit this information after that, of course, and after commit of transaction transaction 1. It calculates the total number, and we will see the 70. The journal table is empty because all the tracking information is applied, if possible, to the table here. How does it work now? What is behind? So let's do an example with 3 transactions and check out the reservable column and, of course, what is in the journal committed and the available value. Let's assume, again, we start with 100. We update the inventory table. We are saying -50. What will happen? There's no commit. That means still in the reversible column, we will see the 100. The committed value is 100. The available is 50. So let's do a second transaction. Second transaction will do a minus subtract, meaning subtract 20. That means in the case without a commit, we will have, of course, available value here 30. We will still see the 100. And after commit, there will be a visible 80, of course, but still the available value is 30. As a third transaction, we'll try to subtract 50. That's not possible, as we know, because it should be a positive value. So we will get an update, a statement level rollback here, meaning we will stay at 80. We know that there's available value 30. And if we commit this information, of course, the reservable column will have the value 30 and committed and available information 30. And the journal table after that is empty. Though that's how it works internal and what you can see when you use this feature here. As a summary, it's an in-database native infrastructure. It allows transaction to concurrently add and subtract values from a row without blocking in each other. Locking happens only during commit time, not before, as we saw in the second transaction. A special reservation journal is used. Multiple updates lead to multiple inserts in this journal table. The verifying of the updates happens during the update and the transaction commit time, and it guarantees the outstanding reservation. Of course, online application with frequent concurrent updates will take a big advantage of this. We improve user experience with reduced locking. Multiple transactions can run in parallel, and the resources can be used much more efficient with less waiting and response time. Yeah, that's a feature. I hope you found it useful. If you want to have more information, here's the full playlist of all the short videos. We have a GitHub entry and, of course, the blogs on blogs Oracle.com core tag. Thank you very much, and until the next time.